Hello guys, Thomas Frontier, and today I am doing a video on reasons I hate Walmart. And I'm extra mad today because I hate Walmart and I couldn't figure out how to put an SD card into a camera, which is pretty sad. I always do it, but apparently today my brain and stuff is just like, nope, you don't know how to put an SD card in a video camera. I'm just like, what? How did I do this? And I was so stupid. I mean, could you just imagine a teenager, he's just like sitting there on his bed, just trying to put an SD card into a video camera? Like, just imagine that for a minute. I mean, yeah, it's pretty stupid. Anyways. Okay, so this is a top 5 list, basically. So, I want to talk about Walmart and why it's horrible. Okay, number 5. Black Friday. This is the whole reason. I wasn't going to include this on, but it's just so bad. I have to. Alright, so basically, people are fighting just over these cheap TVs, cheap computers, cheap tablets, cheap phones, cheap toaster ovens, apparently. Um, but, and, a tip for you guys, a lot of the Black Friday stuff is special shipments that were like kind of cut of certain features that you might not notice as much, or didn't work completely properly. Those are our Black Fridays things. Just to let you guys know, that is the truth. I mean, you can look that up. Black Friday item, like super sale items not working proper. I don't know, something like that. Just like look up something with those guidelines. I don't know. But, I mean, it's just crazy in there. I mean, people are fighting. So I didn't know I had to go bring a torch gun, an RPG, and a samurai sword. I was not aware I had to bring all that in just to try and walk around in there. Well, unless if you're stuck up in a mob or something and you can't move, but that's beside the point. Seriously, it's just horrible in there. I mean, I don't know how many times where I'm just walking and I just can't move in Black Friday, or I hear people fighting. It's just bad. Like that's it. I mean, that's the main thing. So, Alright, number 4. Okay. It's the electronics section. Now, someone like me who likes video games a lot is obviously going to be buying video games at a Walmart at some point. First up, there are like no workers around the electronics section, which is the section they really should be around. But no, they're just walking around in random places. They're just walking in the food aisle, eating food. I've seen this before, too. There's like eating food in there, but that's actually my next reason, is something along the lines of workers. But anyway, but it's just like, they're just like, I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, there's no one over there. And when someone finally comes on, I'm just like, oh hey, see this game in here? New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS? Yeah, can I have that, please? I'm on my break. He walks away. I'm like, okay. Another guy comes along after a long time. Hey, can you get this game out? It's for the 3DS. It's called New Super Mario Bros. 2. Hang on, let me get a worker over here who specializes in the electronics section. So I'll have her over here in a minute. I'm like, okay. So this guy, I mean, they should at least have keys to the stuff so I could at least physically put a key in the lock, turn it and open it, grab the game I wanted, and give it to me. That's all that they need to do. Like, yup, you need a specialist at Walmart just to open the thing. And then I literally wait for another 10 minutes, and she's just finally there. Like, I'm like, oh, that's nice. She's like, okay, what game did you want now? I'm like, New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS. Okay, let me grab it for you. Here you go. I'm like, okay, thank you. But, like, seriously, like, that, I think I was literally waiting there I was going trying to find workers. It took me about 20 minutes total. 10 minutes to finally find a worker who's going to do something, and then another 10 minutes to wait for the worker to get there. So it was pretty bad. I don't remember if it was New Super Mario Bros. 2. I don't think it was, but still. I was just using it for an example because I can't remember exactly what game I was getting that day. Might have been, but no, I got that game at GameStop. I don't remember what game it was. It was some game, though. Alright, number 3, the workers. Now, the reason it's not at number 2 is because not all the workers are bad. Some are actually helpful, but not usually. Most of the time, you go to a worker asking. So, like, when I think it was about a year ago. I'm 12, okay? I was 12, and, usually, my mom always wanted to keep me by her in Walmart just because, reasons, but nothing bad ever happened to me just because, Walmart's Walmart. So, and it's a really big store that we go to. It's like a super Walmart, so it's even worse. So, she finally lets me go, and I'm like, I kind of know where stuff is, but I don't, and I'm trying to, find bacon, because I want my bacon, but I ask a person, like, hey, would you happen to know where the bacon is? I'm not usually shopping, and would you happen to know where it was? The person's like, no. They just literally tell me no. I'm like, okay, yeah. So, I just kind of walk away, just go find another person, ask them, hey, would you happen to know where the bacon is? I think it's in one of those aisles over there. I think it's like, and I'm gonna tell you what he said. It's either aisle 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Or it might be behind one of those aisles. I'm not completely sure. So I'm like, okay, thanks. In my head, I'm thinking, what kind of help was that? Yup, between aisles 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's a great thing to tell a 12-year-old. Or it could be behind, so it could basically be anywhere. Like, come on. So I ended up just, finding it myself. I'm like, I'm not asking any more of these workers. They have no idea what they're doing. Forget it. Like, you ask them a question, they don't know what the answer is, or sometimes they're just rude, which I hate those workers. Okay, number 2 reason. I had trouble putting this, but I noticed a lot of the workers aren't as bad, but there's just those some workers. But I feel like in Walmart, there's a lot of these people who are just, the people in there are rude. Just the actual people walking around shopping. Like, they're just like, they really just, they cut you off, like, you're walking, then they just, like, come in front of you, they don't care. Like, they're all just so rude. Okay, and here's the story. I'm looking at the, video games, alright? This happened to me, I would say, October 2013. Okay, so I'm, standing there looking around at the video games. I'm like, oh, yeah, these games look pretty awesome, I think it was like the Wii or 3DS, I forget. It was one of those 3. But I'm looking at them, and then this lady comes up with her 5-year-old granddaughter, and she's looking at some Wii games and stuff, and then, I understand if she were to say, excuse me, so, because she wanted to see the other games I was by, but no, she says, move. I'm like, what? Did you just tell me to move? But, I didn't say it out loud, but I say to her, excuse me? She's like, you heard me move. I'm like, I'm only 13. I'm just trying to look at some video games. Could you please ask nicer? And I say this to her. She's like, okay, fine, excuse me. I'm like, I can't understand that. She's like, please? I'm like, okay, fine, I didn't say it like that, but I'm like, okay, I'll let you look. Like, I'm like just thinking in my head, what is wrong with this lady? I'm 13 years old, and she's telling me to just straight up move. Like, she being rude about it. She's not just saying, excuse me. If someone says excuse me, or something along those lines, I'll move, obviously. But when you just come up to me in a rude tone and just say move, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna move. You know what? No. I'm one of those people who I'm not rude, except if you want me to be. Like, if you're gonna say stuff like that, I'm gonna be like, oh, no, 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 no. No, you know what? Okay, I see your game. I'm onto it. Okay, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna talk to you for a second here. So you actually ask me nicely. You know, I'm like that. I'm not a rude person. I don't like to be. So yeah. And you know, it was just, like, really, oh my god. Like, I don't know. And some, you know, like, a lot of people in there just, like, they either smell like cheap perfume slash cheap cologne, or they just, if they don't wear any, they smell like BO. I'm not even joking. Like, cheap cologne as in the cologne that you saw on sale for $2. Alright, I'm not really much of a hypocrite, but I you know, get like $20 cologne. It's not that expensive, but it doesn't smell like crap. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those colognes that are pretty cheap, not super cheap, but kind of cheap, $20, you know, lasts me a while, but it doesn't smell bad. Like, you know what I mean? But then there's those people who buy $2 cologne that just smells terrible, or if they don't wear any, they just smell like BO. I hate that. Guess I should move on to my number one reason. Oh god, what was that? That was a weird cough. Anyways. Alright, my number one reason? Cash registers. Oh my god. Okay, the Walmart I go to, I'm not joking, it has 30. I'm not joking. It literally has a total of 30 cash registers, okay? So you think, okay, I'm gonna walk in here and check out. I know it's busy, I might have to wait, but not that long. But I want to check out. So no, it wasn't the other day, because that was actually pretty late and it was Sunday. It was like, I think it was like, what, 9 o'clock? No, 8 o'clock on a Sunday. So I'm not expecting there to be many registers. But the time before that, it was the week before. Usually I don't go to Walmart as much. But this is just one of those times I happen to go to Walmart twice. Not twice. Back-to-back week. Usually I either go like once a month. So, anyway. But like, it's a Saturday. It's midday on a Saturday. You know, not morning to where some people aren't up yet, or not night to where a lot of people, like, you know, don't want to really go. It's middle of the day, afternoon, 2 o'clock. So, you know, this is when people are actually gonna be out. There's a lot of people there. I counted 6 registers open out of 30. There was, like, and I'm just like, what? You have a fifth of your registers open when it's extremely crowded because it's the middle of the day on a Saturday. At least have more open than 6. So I'm looking around, you know, all the registers are completely just jam-packed. So I'm like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna walk around until I find a good register. And I ended up, like, another register opened, and I just went by that. So I'm like, you know what? Yep, I'm just gonna go here. Didn't take too long. I saw a lady kind of thinking, like, she might be opening up another register, a 7th one. So I'm like, I'm gonna stay around here. It was the one next to the Pokemon cards, so I pretended, I mean, I already looked at all of them, but I pretended to kind of just go back and look at them again, kind of, you know, just pretending, you know, I'm looking at them, I guess I just kind of reviewed them, like, not reviewed them, but, like, saw them, like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get this box. It was the Veltal collection I got. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get this, I'm pretty sure, alright, yeah, getting this, you know, just thinking in my head, and then, like, I see the light go on, go right next to it, and, yeah. Anyway, guys, that was my top 5 worst things in Walmart. Just to recap, number 5, I forgot. I literally just forgot what it was. Sorry, guys. Alright, let's think here. Oh god, how is my memory this bad? Oh yeah, Black Friday, because you basically need a torch gun, RPG, and a samurai sword to get around. Number 4, the electronics section. You're gonna have to wait about 20 minutes till someone actually comes and tries to help you. Number 3, the the workers. They're gonna tell you between basically 4 aisles in the back of an aisle, like, so basically a huge back way, which is kind of like an enormous aisle, then 4 just normal aisles. Yep, that bacon's somewhere in there. It's like a little Easter egg hunt, which we don't want to do. Number 2, the actual people who shop there. They're gonna tell you to move, and you're gonna have to ask them to make them ask nicely. So that's gonna take a few minutes. Number 1, the cash registers, because they only have 6 open out of 30 at 2 o'clock on Saturday. 2 o'clock p.m. to be exact, because, if it's 2 o'clock in the morning I can understand, but, seriously. I like Walmart. I guess you could say I kinda like it, but I don't like those things I listed. There's some other stuff in there, but that's basically, like, I could have went in detail with the workers and people and not really the cash registers. I could have went in probably more detail about the electronics, I guess, like certain sections, or like with the like Black Friday, I could have went in a lot more detail, but I don't want to like make this to be a top 400 list. I just want it to be a top 5. I could have done top 10, but I don't know. I just feel too like repetitive doing that, so whatever. So anyway, comment, thumbs up, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.